Hi, my name is Kathy, and I live in Stratford. Here is my question for the federal candidates of Perth-Wellington. We saw during the pandemic that changes to our actions as humans can result in immediate changes in our environment. Given that drastic action is required to reverse our current climate crisis, what actions will you and your party take that will have immediate benefits to our environment? Not in 2030, not in 2050, but right away.
Thanks for your question, Kathy. It's a really good one because you're right. Far too often we're talking about initiatives that will take years to come to fruition. So what are we doing right now? Aside from banning single-use plastics, the other thing that we are going to do immediately is ban the export of plastic waste. Sometimes we can convince ourselves we're doing a good job and we're just sending it elsewhere. It's just one planet. Just because we're a different country doesn't mean we can send it somewhere else and it didn't happen. We're going to ban the export of plastic waste. And we also want to reduce electronics waste by legislating right to repair, which will shift that market. Also, ending fossil fuel subsidies immediately. If we immediately take that money away, change will happen. If we immediately put that money into other initiatives, change will happen. One of the other initiatives that will make a change quickly is retrofitting. Our farms, our homes in extreme climate like we have here in Perth-Wellington, we are leaking emissions. That's some of our biggest emitters, really, that we can change right away. So if we get on retrofitting all of these buildings as quickly as possible, that's going to make an immediate change for us. It's also going to help with affordability as our utilities costs will go down. I hope that helps, Kathy. You're right. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to make a change immediately and not keep talking about targets in the future, which are important. But with some governments, they seem to shift and change. It's easy to set it and then not meet it. So we do have initiatives that will immediately make a difference. Thanks.
Thank you, Kathy, for the question. I've been trying to talk about climate change every chance I get because it's such an important issue. It's probably one of the election issues of this campaign. I know we have many targets and we're on course to meet those targets and exceed them. But you specifically asked about what would happen right away. And I would think electing a Liberal government would be the first measure to start right away. If we elect a Conservative government or if we elect a Conservative member here, those actions will be taken against any kind of climate measure that comes forward or that's in place, and that has been the history of the Conservative government. So an immediate action would be to continue the hard work that needs to be done to address climate change. And I think a local representative, not only, as I mentioned, has to both advocate and vote for measures to fight climate change immediately, but also has to work with the stakeholder groups, especially in rural ridings, in order to bring everyone on board. I think too often we wedge, for instance, the agriculture community against the urban community for political purposes, and everyone has to be on board to fight this great fight, the fight of our generation to make a better environment for ourselves and for our children. And so we do have many measures to build on, and many independent environmental economists that says that the Liberal plan is the most viable and most realistic and has the most ambition of all the other plans. So I think the immediate action is to cast your ballot to vote for climate change and to vote for a local Liberal member in this rural riding, to switch the action from trying to stop action against climate change to start advocating for more action and to move forward faster.